The bittersweet taste of survival. For years, my wife and I were chasing a dream that felt just out of reach. We struggled with infertility, facing one disappointment after another. Then, one morning, we saw it, a plus sign on a pregnancy test. I felt like I could run a marathon, and my wife cried until she had no tears left, but the joy was short-lived. A doctor's visit confirmed our worst fear. It was a false positive. The silence in our house after that was deafening. We felt defeated, like we were fighting a battle we were destined to lose. That's when my wife looked at me and said, maybe we should adopt. That decision brought Lucas into our lives. He was 9 years old, small for his age, and carried himself with a politeness that felt almost haunting. He never made a mess, never raised his voice, and always said, please, and thank you, like his life depended on it. My wife worried he was walking on eggshells, terrified that if he made one mistake, we'd send him back to the orphanage. We tried everything to make him feel at home, but he remained a ghost in his own room. One Saturday, I decided to take him on a simple father-son trip to the grocery store. I wanted to bond, to show him he had a say in this family. I told him, hey buddy, grab whatever you want. Anything, I promise I won't get mad. I expected him to come back with Oreos, soda, or maybe a toy. Instead, Lucas returned to the cart with several boxes of expensive, high-quality tissues. I was confused. Tissues, Lucas, we have plenty at home. He froze, his face turning pale as if I'd caught him stealing. He started fidgeting, looking everywhere but at me. I knelt down to his level and spoke softly. It's okay, Lucas, I'm just curious. Why the expensive ones? He whispered so quietly I almost missed it. The expensive ones, they're sweet. I frowned. What do you mean, sweet? He looked at his shoes and confessed, in the orphanage, when there wasn't enough food and my stomach hurt from the hunger, I would eat them. I saw on a TV show that high-quality tissues absorb moisture from the air, and for some reason, they taste a little bit sweet. That's how I survived the nights. In that moment, in the middle of a brightly lit grocery store aisle, my heart didn't just break, it shattered. I realized the polite, little boy standing in front of me had endured a level of suffering I couldn't even imagine. I pulled him into a hug right there and cried. I told him, Lucas, I promise you, you will never be hungry again. I'm going to feed you so much real food that you're going to get tired of it. He looked at me, a tiny spark of hope finally flickering in his eyes. We bought one box of those tissues that day. Today, that box sits on the shelf in his room, still sealed. He doesn't need to eat them anymore, but he keeps them there, a reminder that he never has to go back to that darkness again.